good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good whatever time it is wherever you are. First of all, thank you for listening. Second, I fucked up. This is episode 3 of Retrograde, a D&D campaign played by a group of longtime friends, led by me, Derek Day, the DD with horrible planning. This was originally going to be the second half of episode 2, but guys, this shit went buck wild. So please, sit back, buckle in, and enjoy this roller coaster. What's up, punks? Me again, with another thing I forgot to mention. Last episode, after Scarlet chopped off Petal's head, he then pulled out the blue potion that he had found in the skeleton's lab coat and dripped a couple drops onto the head. After some time, the head transformed into a butterfly and flew away. This was all done in secrecy between Ty and me, so as to not give away the surprise to the other guys. So don't worry, you didn't miss anything. In fact, we might see another use of this special blue potion later on in this episode. In the last episode, our gang fought and tamed a nest of glowing roaches on their way to find the Tyrant's base. After a couple miles down the trail, they stumbled upon an oddly placed well. Thanks to Topknot's heroic rappelling, they found themselves at the Tyrant's doorstep. Inside, they found the gatekeeper, a bloated, twisted man named Toad. Even though there were a few setbacks from our resident fighter, Toad exited the base and let our group explore. They found a mysterious book containing hazy, swirling words that render it illegible. Along with the book were multiple pages posted to the walls that contained only a single clear word, astral. Continuing through the base, Felix found an unidentified herb stashed below one of the Tyrant's beds, while Scarlet entered into a hidden room, undergoing a panic attack while pocketing a vial containing a blue potion from a skeleton's lab coat. After multiple attempts at crossing the glass-littered floor, they found themselves face to face with the leader of the Tyrants, Bugsy. A gaunt man with bulging eyes, Bugsy knew that they were sent to kill him by Clifford Dupont, King of New Haven. Taking a hit from Scarlet, he nervously explained that they have lived underground for decades and are only concerned with finding the astrals. Presented with this information, our group now finds themselves heading back to New Haven, torn between who to trust, as they are silently watched from the dying trees.
On our trip back, I'm going to constantly be looking back to see if I can catch another glimpse of that thing that I had seen at the end of the last game.
You take a couple looks back every few steps, but you see nothing. After you caught that first glance, it just disappeared.
None of the rest of us saw it, right?
Nope, Top Knot pointed it out, but once you guys looked, it was already gone.
Right, okay.
I think we should go back to Clifford and get our money that's owed to us by him, but I don't think we should be associating with him for much longer.
I agree with that.
He does seem
But
like
also, we have no idea where we are. We could associate with him in so much as we need to figure out why it's just now a billion years into the future.
Well, while we were down in the well, I was looking over a map.
Sorry, I just heard myself. That was really weird.
Yeah, that's what we all fucking hear.
Yeah, keep doing it. I appreciate it.
DD, I'm looking for my notes, but when I was looking at it, at this map or wherever where all these strings were attached, there was like the Oasis. There were a couple other places too.
Based off the crude map, you could see that there's the Oasis to the far west, Illuminique to the far north, and the Hanami Forest to the northeast.
And these names all mean nothing to us, right?
I
We broke them.
didn't think about that, but no, they don't mean anything to you.
Okay. And the map is like totally unrecognizable?
Yeah, it's just crude drawings.
Ah, okay.
Nothing you can really point out.
I have a running theory that whatever these astrals are, they have something to do with us, and with us waking up hundreds of years later. And looking at that map, we kind of might have a heading if we can learn a little bit more about the locations before we leave.
Let's go back and talk to Fat Larry Bird.
you come back to the entrance of New Haven.
I'm going to kind of run up near the front of the pack towards the gate or this entrance.
So you enter into the north gate, and you see 2 guards that are holding a wanted poster. They carefully study the party as they pass by. They point out at Scarlet and say, that kind of looks like him. It's as tall as the creature, but then this one is just as round, and they're pointing at Felix.
Hey,
Maybe we should just take them both in.
Then I studied the wanted poster.
Yeah, roll investigation.
I'm taking a step back right now because
there's a dice roller.
I don't like wanted posters just in general.
How big are these guards?
Probably about 6 foot, like a normal human.
Investigation?
Investigation, yes.
7.
You can see it's a crudely drawn sketch of just like a round creature.
Guys, it is a picture. That's all I can tell. And we hear them talking about just sending us to jail. Not me, but
Felix and Scarlet.
I think it's safe to ignore them.
Yeah, I kind of glance over at them and just kind of give them a look that, if they want to try and take me in, go ahead, but they're in for it.
I'm gonna take a little bit of the fire herb out and grind it up into a dust and keep it in my hand.
Okay. They're gonna see Scarlet stare at them and Felix start to play with his hands and call you two.
Can I, while all this is going on, can I try to sneak away and make a beeline toward Magnus's?
Yeah, go ahead. Roll me a stealth.
I rolled a 15, 16.
Yeah, that'd be fine. The guards aren't really paying attention to you.
I'm gonna casually lean against the other wall across from them and look natural.
Okay. So you're just gonna let them go.
Oh, I'm gonna let Top not go. I'm gonna be in the vicinity just watching. I'm gonna be over here leaning against the wall, seeing what's about to go down.
Okay. Yeah, so the guards are gonna go up to Scarlet and Felix and say, were you two up north recently? Maybe by a well?
I don't know where north is.
What do you mean you don't know what north is? What does that
I
mean?
don't know where it is.
Hey, DM, can he roll for deception?
Okay, yeah, go roll me a deception.
Or persuasion. You can persuade them that you're that dumb.
Choose it. I
mean,
don't
the guards
care.
here already think that you have a disability.
Intimidate them into thinking you're that dumb.
I got a 10.
Okay, with a 10, the guards aren't sure if you're joking or not, but they're just gonna roll with it. We had a report of a large, grotesque-looking creature, and you both fit the description. If you could
Your mom's
both come with us.
You grotesque freak.
I pull out the severed head and say, I have a delivery I need to make.
What? Okay, hold up. What is that? Delivery to who?
Your king.
Clifford. Were you part of the group that went to find the tyrants?
Yes.
Okay, we can take you to him, but put that away. Don't have that out there.
Freak.
What are you doing?
I kind of hold it up and I just look at it. And I look back at them. And I look at it again.
Give it a kiss.
And then I put it back in my pack.
Okay, thank you. Jeez.
He's a psychopath. He's a fucking psychopath.
I'm gonna ask the guards if they have a little baggie.
Yeah, one of them will pull out a cloth bag with drawstring and empty it out. It just had some coins in it, and he'll give you the bag.
I empty my handful of fire dust into the bag and put it in my pocket.
Okay, you empty the dust into the bag, close it up. Are you putting the rest of it in there too, or just the dust?
Just the dust.
Yep, you tie it up. Your palm kind of stings a little bit.
I'm gonna pee on it.
What do you mean you're gonna pee on it?
To wash it off.
It's like the jellyfish thing.
He's just gonna whip it out right in front of the guards.
To any listener that somehow stumbled on this, I regret making this wholeheartedly. You take you're just doing this in the middle of the square?
Yeah.
Were these the choices that...
I see this happening. I'm going to take a step away.
Are these the same guards that tried to arrest him earlier?
No, these guards don't know who he is.
Alright, I'm not gonna say anything then.
They're about to.
Okay, so you just whip it out and just go all over your palm. And the guards are like, come on, what are you doing? We were just going to take you.
In front of a school.
Just washing. You can't do that here.
Why not?
Turn around.
Make me.
Fuck me.
So you're a druid?
Yes.
You are the most roguelike druid I've ever heard of.
Well, I've just been living by myself in the woods for 90 years.
He doesn't understand like social norms.
Right. Yeah, he's just kind of socially retarded.
I leave the city.
What do you mean you leave the city? What are you talking about? Jesse, can you roll me a strength?
16.
So the guard that handed you the bag goes up to push you down, but you're like a brick shithouse kind of, and he gets nothing on you. Like, just kind of taps you on the shoulder, but you feel nothing.
I touch him with my piss hand.
Where do you touch him with your piss hand?
Face. I just kind of palm his face.
Are you guys just standing here watching this happen?
I am, yeah.
I'm gonna slowly pull out the head.
Oh my god. Okay.
And I'm gonna make it just like I'm gonna look at it, turn towards me, and then look at this again, watch everything going on.
I'm leaving. I'm gonna go walk towards Fat Larry Bird's house.
Felix, roll me a sleight of hand.
12.
Scarlet, roll me a performance.
Nat 20, but 19.
Felix, you reach up to slap the guard in the face with your piss hand. You only get the first two knuckles, so it's a little wet, but it just kind of slides off. And Scarlet, you pull out the head and kind of like with a puppet, you just kind of talk to the head.
Can I put my hand through
What
in
is
there?
it with you and puppet
Yes.
things?
Okay.
Yes, you can put your hand through it and use it as a puppet.
I do have a quick question. So, Jesse,
Yes.
your character peed on my character like an hour ago.
Yes.
You haven't had anything new to drink.
Correct.
He has amazing bladder control.
Yeah.
Well, he can shit on command. He can
I
pee
cut
on
it off
command.
extreme.
No, he can't shit on command. We didn't let him shit again last time.
Yeah.
That's fair.
He's just always peeing a little bit.
Is that canon?
That's canon now.
So your pants just wet all the time?
Felix is just always pissing.
I have so many questions about this.
It's a medical condition.
So Scarlet's performance with the severed head intrigues the guards. So even after being slapped with a piss hand, they're kind of interested in what kind of show you got going on. Ironhammer will head south towards the King's Castle. Topknot, are you still going to Magnus?
Yep.
Can I yell back to Topknot and tell him to grab my sword?
Yeah, he hears you and just kind of throws a thumbs up behind his back.
I'm gonna put the severed head and just go, thanks.
I'm walking away so I don't see this, but if I did, I don't know. I wouldn't have liked it very much.
I can't. Was Topknot around when I peed on my hand?
No.
Okay. I was just curious.
So we cut over to the town square. You can see Magnus in the top left corner, just kind of waiting outside.
Hey Magnus, it's me, the little one from before.
Oh, yes, little one.
I'm here to pick up the goods.
Oh, yes, what was that? The tube, I think?
The tube, and I guess while I'm here, I can pick up the special order from my big friend as well.
Remind me, you paid for your tube and he paid for his chest piece. I don't think he fully paid for his special order yet.
I'm not too sure. He went in the back with you and then I left, so I'm not sure what conversation you guys had.
Yes, it was, I think, 15 gold an hour, so he will need to come back and pay for the rest of that.
I have a little bit of gold with me. How much does he owe you?
It'll be 85 pieces of gold.
Never mind. I think I'm just gonna take my stuff then.
So he will give you your tube, and he will also give you Scarlet's chest piece.
Thank you.
Is there, so, because we haven't really worked with this mechanic too much, I want to try to use my tinker tools to build the device that I was interested in, but I didn't know if I need like a special place to do that, or if you need like to do a time kind of thing, because I have all the components, so.
You have the components and you have your tinker's kit.
I do.
This is pretty small, so for this one I'll say it's just a roll.
Okay, so before I roll, and it's up to you if you wanted to let me be able to do this, but I was interested in a single tube with two lenses. The one lens, I was interested in having it work kind of like a magnifying glass to help me with like investigations. And then with the second lens, I wanted to be able to use it as a telescope so I could see things from further away.
We'll see depending on your roll.
I rolled an 18 plus 5.
Okay, you create this probably about 8-inch long using the aluminum tube. It kind of expands out to where the far end you can see
3 times what my normal line of sight is.
Okay, and then the magnify, we'll say that gives you 5 to 10 times. Again, we can work that out later. But yeah, with that roll, it gives you exactly what you wanted.
Perfect. Awesome.
Thanks, Magnus.
No problem, little buddy.
I'll send Scarlet back later.
Oh, yes, I can't wait to see him.
Okay, that sounded pretty ominous. Bye.
And I'm also going to now head to Clifford Dupont's castle.
Okay, we will cut over to the castle, although we should probably first figure out what is going on with the other two. How do you guys want to play this out? You've kind of got him distracted with Scarlet's performance.
Is there any access to water around?
Yeah, you just peed.
He needs the top back up.
Yeah, right over here, it's a little well.
Oh no, we've had bad experiences with well.
I'm gonna go over and try to.
I have bad experiences with wells.
So in my herbalism
Don't
kit,
pull that shit.
In my herbalism kit, I have vials. I'm gonna go over to the well and try to fill one with water.
Okay, yeah, you don't need a roll for that. That's just a normal well. You can fill your vial up and close it back off.
I was gonna add the powder that I made out of the fire plant. I'm gonna add that to the water.
Okay.
So I'm gonna cap it and shake it up.
You put the powder in, shake it up. It turns into almost lava-colored orangish liquid. Do I even want to ask what your plan is? No, I didn't think so.
I'm gonna go back over to the guards now.
Scarlet is still there entertaining them with his real person puppet.
So are we ready to go see your king?
Yes, I mean, I guess I don't want to be around you anymore, so if you're ready, let's go.
Okay.
Let's go.
They will walk you down south towards the castle.
I take the head off my hand as well. And I'm going to leave it like all bloody and everything, and it's fine.
Oh, God. Just put it back in your pack?
Yeah, I'm going to put that back in my pack, and then, my hand's still covered, but I'm just going to let it go.
Okay. Got it.
Just a question, for a reference in this world. Is there such thing as, squirters? Like little squirty guys?
Hold up. I was looking at the map. Say that again? What did you just ask me?
Is there,
Are there squirters in this
Yeah,
world?
it's like a thing that girls can do.
Yeah.
No,
You know that's just pee, right?
A little squirty top. Like a little...
You want a squirt bottle.
Yes.
I think that technology is probably a bit too advanced, to be honest.
For now, you will not find that technology in New Haven, and I'm really going to regret giving you that. But we will see in the future.
You also have an inventor with you.
We do.
Yes.
Do we? Have we seen you invent anything?
Technically, no, because I just invented my first thing since the campaign started away from you guys. So, but you have kind of had a little bit of a taste of what happens with my hat.
Yeah, it tells you if you've been pissed on or not.
No. So my hat has the ability to tell whether or not it's raining outside, but it only works if it's outside in the rain. When 2 of you guys were peeing on me the other day, or like an hour ago, I was able to tell that was not just rain.
Yeah, you're a genius.
Thank you.
Oh, I bet you stink right now too.
I do, and it's actually
Smells like this.
I actually have a continuity plan for that. So when we get to it,
Okay.
A continuity plan. You're going to say, sorry, I got peed on. I need much more continuity than that. As we walk towards the king, I'm going to wink at this guard, but only this guard, 4th guard on the left. And then I continue walking up towards Big Daddy Bird.
You can see the fourth guard on the fourth guard on the left. His cheeks get a little rosy.
Hey.
Did Top Knot make it in here yet?
Yeah, I met all you guys at the entrance. So can I give him his chest piece before we go inside?
Yeah, that's fine if he wants to put it on.
Here you go, Scarlet. This thing's bigger than I am. Oh, jeez.
I put it on, but I asked him where my sword was.
Magnus said it was like 80-something gold. Can you believe it?
I just kind of look at Top Knot, and then I take my bloody hand and I just pat him on the shoulder and say it's okay.
So now I'm covered in pee and blood.
Roll a Constitution.
I rolled a 12.
You can deal with the pee on you. The bloody hand almost makes you retch a little bit, but you hold it together.
Yeah, no problem, Scarlet. Why?
Why?
And now we're inside, and I'm going to be behind everyone else, going up to the top.
I sit in the queen's chair.
Oh my god.
And Am I wearing pants or am I wearing like a druid's cloak?
You're wearing
cloth, right?
Cloth pants, yeah.
With no underwear.
But no cloak, right?
And you're constantly peeing because that's canon now.
You're constantly peeing a little. You bought the cloak. It's up to you if you want it on or not.
Okay, I want to put it on.
Okay.
And then take my pants off.
Felix, you're not supposed to do that in here.
You can't see anything. It's under the cloak. Like I've got the cloak on, and then I take my pants off.
Okay, but you're actually sitting like next to Clifford. Like you just walked in, didn't say anything to him, and you just sat down next to him and took your pants off.
Yes, and then I throw the pants on the floor.
Welcome back. Okay, you're just gonna... Okay. How was the mission?
I
take the
step
hat
forward.
and I just throw it like at the base of his feet.
Oh, very well done.
I'm gonna put my feet
I did not
up
expect
on
that.
on the arms of the chair that I'm sitting in, so you can clearly see my testicles.
He's sitting in it. He's sitting in it like he's at the gynecologist.
Yeah, my guard said we were gonna be having to deal with some kind of character. I'll let that one slide for now. So how did it go? How many were there?
Hundreds.
I'm gonna step forward and where I'm
Well,
like
only brought
covered
one
in,
head.
I'm covered in blood and I look pretty rough because I also only have 1 HP at the moment. And
I
I'm
just
gonna
laid out
say,
a 15-second fart.
I barely made it out alive. Why does this keep happening?
What does that smell? Is that you? Or is that little Miss Muffet over here?
I turn to Ironhammer.
Is he talking to you?
Who's Little Miss Muppet?
You!
Oh,
Why?
Because you're sitting on your tuffet.
Can we just start this session over?
Anyway, we're here to collect our coin so we can be on our way.
Yes. I believe it was 50 gold each. 2 guards will come up the stairs and disperse that to all of you. I believe I can assume that they are all gone now, based off of this head, correct?
We killed hundreds,
He's exaggerating, but we did cut through very many of them.
maybe thousands.
All of the members of the Tyrants who were there are now
All in 6
dead.
hours.
Top knot, roll me a persuasion.
I rolled a 7.
He's gonna give out like a hearty chuckle and reply, "Very well done. I am pleased with your work, and I hope we can work together again." Which reminds me, would you four be interested in another mission?
It depends on the coin.
Depends on the terms of the mission.
This one will be very lengthy.
You're sitting next to him and you just laugh loudly in his ear.
Yeah.
You entered their base, correct?
Oh,
Yes.
So you, I'm assuming, know about the Astrals.
What do you know about the Astrals? We've only heard the name.
We have not much information, which is why I'm wondering if you would like to hunt them down. We would pay you almost any price.
What do you mean by hunt them down? You're going to need to be more specific.
Find them, bring one back. We would consider you the Astral Surveillance Squad.
So we're an ass.
You are, yes.
Can we get that like on a jacket to wear?
A patch.
Yeah, can we get a patch for or chainmail and stuff? So it just says, ass.
I'm a forge cleric. I can just like chisel it in.
I would say, yeah, that's if Ironhammer would like to go back and do that, be my guest.
What kind of pay are we talking about here?
Like I said, the price is pretty much up in the air. If there's things that each of you would like to receive, we can work that out.
A farm, a place to live.
We can work that out once you get back with one of these beings. Jesse, what are you rolling?
Nothing. Quick question: Is Java the slut over here? Like, is he wearing like an open vest?
No, he's got like a full like heavy chainmail.
Oh, okay.
Jesse,
What?
don't.
Don't do what?
Do whatever you're about to do.
100,000 platinum.
We're level 1.
Your whole economy. We want it.
I don't think I can promise that much, but
You said
will
whatever
be
we wanted.
rewarded.
Name our price.
Any amount of gold. Heard.
I'm gonna ask the king how much his chair weighs.
Might probably like at least 1,000, maybe 2,000 pounds. Why?
I want the chair.
You want my throne?
No, this one, the one I'm sitting in, the queen chair. Because obviously you don't have anyone for it.
Ooh, shit.
The queen's name is Irene Dupont. She is not here. She does not need to be here for this.
For loss, I want to try to do a handstand on the arms of the chair.
And have his cloak just fall.
Okay, you're gonna have to roll me an acrobatics.
We just met him, like, today.
Oh, wow.
You stand up on the chair, you place both of your hands on the armrests, you put the weight of your legs against the inside of your arms and press up and immediately buckle at the weight of just your entire being and fall face first, ass up on the ground. And there's just pee streaming down your torso. Clifford says, I think we're done here. You should head northwest.
I don't know where north is.
He's not looking at you anymore. He's done with you.
There's just like a naked, like half naked guy just, showing him the brown eye right next to him.
Yeah. You three take him and head northwest.
I asked about the Tyrant. Why does he... Hey, Larry.
Uh-huh.
Why do you...
He answers to Larry.
If I may call you Larry.
I know it's nothing like your real name, but...
Why do you want the, what's wrong with the Tyrant? What the Tyrants ever do to you?
Those mongrels have been harassing my family for decades now.
Alright, but in what way? I mean, we're harassing your family now.
Technically, I mean...
What makes them so different?
I mean, 2 of them just attacked my daughter.
But were they really part of the Tyrants? You don't know. You kind of smashed the one's head.
That's what they deserve.
You still have a little bit on your shoe, by the way. Just thought I'd point it out.
Anybody that comes against me will be taken down. And you have done that for me.
In what way have they come against you? When I said we killed hundreds, I really mean we killed about 5. Were those 5 people really strong enough to do anything terrible?
No, but they can gather more people and rebel against me, and now I don't have to worry about that. Now I am the only power here.
Your Highness, Your Majesty, sir, I was wondering if your town, New Haven here, if you had a library.
Yes, we have a library located in the town square, if you would like to visit after we're done here.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I'm not a judge.
I just take off. I'm going to leave the throne room. I'm just gonna...
Can I ask him if there is an alchemist or anyone in his kingdom?
No, we don't allow that in this town.
So back to this job, you had mentioned about us finding and killing the astrals.
He didn't say killing.
He
didn't say killing.
Capturing.
Capturing.
Killing, capturing, same thing. Do you have any information that can kind of help us along with this? Or are we just kind of going at it blindly?
The main points of interest I could point you towards are a desert in the west, an Arctic area towards the north, and then a forest to the northwest. That's where we have heard they've been spotted.
Do you know what an astral looks like?
Personally, no, I do not. I've just heard they are grotesque monsters, not unlike your friend here.
How long have you been hearing about these astrals?
That's the thing. This was just folklore that we heard growing up. They just seem to be popping up now in the past year or so.
You mentioned about them being grotesque. Is there any other description that you have of them?
Slimy. You will know when you see it.
You say you've been hearing about them, but what have they been doing? Just like wandering around?
We've heard they've been taking out any living creature that they've seen.
Can I turn around and take out the blue vial and just put a little drop and make one of those butterflies appear?
What are you using it on? And are you doing this in plain sight?
Can I do a sleight of hand to do it sneakily and just do it on a piece of cloth or just something worthless that I have on my person?
Yeah, go ahead.
So I rolled a 20. Well, 19 plus 1.
Yeah, you take out the vial and you take your dropper and drop one squirt of the liquid onto a piece of parchment on the ground. It singes a bit, but nothing else happens.
No butterfly or anything pops out? Okay. I look confused, but I just turn back around and pretend like nothing happened.
Mr. Kingfer,
Yes?
Is there any food on any of the tables in the hall?
Yeah, there's like half-eaten mutton and potato, like half-eaten meals.
I'm gonna finish the meals.
You scarf down a couple bites as 2 guards exit you from the castle.
Is there any cups on the table that I can grab?
Yeah, there's cups of wine.
I'm gonna grab 1 or 2.
You're gonna have to roll me a let's say an acrobatics.
You are the most chaotic character that we've had so far since we started this.
14.
You grab 1 cup and you take a couple swigs of it, but as the guard grabs your arm, it falls to the floor.
Damn it.
You mentioned about, a desert and an Arctic place. Do you have names of these places?
Yes, the desert is known as the specific area you want to head towards is known as the Oasis. In terms of going north, you're looking for Luminique, and the forest is known as Hanami.
That's where he wanted us to go first?
You can go any place you want to go. Those are just your 3 major spots.
I want to go home.
Ian goes back to the cave.
Curl up in a ball and just go to sleep.
Is it getting close to nighttime?
Yeah, it's probably about 7:30.
Before I accept this quest, I would like a prepayment.
Ooh, just like with before. Nice. So that's like what, 500,000 platinum? If he's paying half in advance.
What are you looking for? Are you talking monetary or
Monetary.
I will give you another 50 gold for now.
Okay.
And right now it's only Scarlet that got that since Felix has been drug out, Top Knot left, and Ironhammer, what are you thinking?
I'll take 50 gold, why not?
You got some too, because you're still standing there.
I'm going to ask Larry Bird about any, inns in the town to stay at.
Oh, yes. We have one in the town square. If you would like to follow your little friend, he's heading there now.
Alright, I'm down to go to the inn and get some food, get some rest.
I want to go see Magnus, but then I want to go to the inn as well.
I want to go to the library still.
On my way out, I look at this guard, and I very casually flip a gold coin into his hand. The 4th one on the left. The one I winked at. And when he makes eye contact with me, I give him a little call me gesture.
He doesn't catch the gold. He's not allowed to do that. But
It just hits him and falls to the ground.
It hits him in the shoulder and falls. But he is receptive of the call me. Even though that doesn't exist in this universe, he knows what you mean.
It's universal.
Yeah, he gets it.
Okay, I head out of the keep then.
And before I leave, I'm going to go over to this first guard here on the left, and I'm just going to go over and just wipe my bloody hand on his sleeve and then walk out.
He gives you the same reaction as the 4th one on the left, because he's kind of into that.
Is there a stable near the inn?
There is now.
How many horses are there?
We'll see about that, because I'm interested. Back to the town square.
Alright, I'm going to make my way to the inn while you guys do whatever else you're going to do.
Ironhammer, before you go in, you spot Addison.
Before you go in.
What is this?
Can I mute Andrew?
Yeah, why is there a dead body in the middle of the square?
Okay, I gotta explain. Roll20 icons are really shitty, so I couldn't find a living person, so that's Addison. She's not sleeping and she's not dead. She's not dead. She's looking at the fruit cart in the middle of the square.
I'm going to go talk to Addison.
Okay.
I'm gonna go into the stable.
Wait, but I'm at the library.
Yes, Top Knot. You enter the library. It is, it smells kind of like an old person's house. Mothballs. It's dark, only lit by candles. It's tiny. It's not a typical library.
I'm going to look for a book or history of New Haven.
Okay. Roll me investigation.
I am going to use my magnifying glass as well. Okay, so I rolled a 15, 10 plus 5, but that's not including whatever bonus I would get for using the magnifying glass.
You take a couple walks down different, not aisles, but it's all against the wall, and you find an old book, blow off the dust, open it up, and you see that the font is very tiny. But thankfully, because of your magnifying glass, you can read it, and it says The History of New Haven. Is there a certain...
year it was founded, what used to be here, what was the power structure like from when it was founded to now? That's the big stuff.
You skim through and you can see that New Haven was founded in the year 600.
What year is it now?
It's 776.
what was it for us when the last year we remember? It was 500 and something, right?
576.
Okay, yeah, because it's been a perfect 200 years. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
New Haven founded in 600 by 2 generations previous King Dupont, Gerard Dupont.
Larry Bird's granddaddy.
Exactly.
So it looks like they've had like his family in capacity, like ruling since it was founded.
Yes.
Can I look to see like what used to be here before it was founded? Was it just empty land, or did they take it from somebody else?
You go through the middle of the book, and you can assume based off of context that the next chapter you're about to look at is the preface to New Haven, and you realize that the pages with the important details have been ripped out.
Oh.
There is no information to this location prior to New Haven.
Okay. I'm going to put that book down, and it's less of a specific like history type book, but I'm looking for books that have to do with humans that have developed white hair and or red eyes. Like, I'm going through old medical journals if I can find any.
Roll me another investigation.
I rolled a 10 plus whatever the magnifying glass would be.
Yeah, you find a couple medical journals specifying different conditions and disorders that they've found over their last 150 or so years. I mean, they talk about how aging is the major cause of graying white hair, but there's nothing in terms of oddly colored eyes.
Okay. There's other stuff that I might want to do, but I don't know like how much time you're allowing me to spend on each of these things, and eventually I'm going to need to do a long rest.
Yeah, if you want to pack it up for now, you can find more information in the coming days.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to head out and I'm going to look for an inn. I'm not aware of their previous conversation about where it was located, but I'm assuming we're all going to be spending the night here anyway.
Yep.
If you look on the roof outside, you can see someone wrote "in" on it.
Oh, that's so easy.
Yeah, you head over towards the inn as you see Ironhammer move
Talking to
over
dead
towards Addison. A live Addison looking at fruit. She turns around and spots you and says, "Oh, hi. How are you? How was the mission?"
It could have been better.
Oh, in what way?
We had a few casualties. Nothing serious. Just some, just some broken glass.
Well,
It was heroin.
I hope
PTSD. I'm telling you.
heroin. What?
Heroin.
Who's doing heroin?
I thought you said heroin.
I'm Scottish.
So what brings you back? What's next?
Well, now your father's asking us to go kill these. He doesn't even know what they are. These monsters.
Oh yeah, the Astrals or whatever he calls them, Astros.
The Houston Astros. This guy is Larry Bird.
We've only heard of them. Nobody here's actually seen them. We don't know why he's so obsessed over it.
Yeah. Well, the people he sent us to kill also. They were pretty obsessed with them as well. Why is your dad so high strung all the time? What did the Tyrants ever do to him?
He's just scared of somebody trying to take over his place. I don't think he really feels like he deserves it. But then again, I can understand because they tried to attack me. He's just trying to protect me.
Well, found out that the people trying to attack you weren't actually tyrants. So maybe you should tell your father to, chill out a bit.
Well, I don't think we have much to worry about now that you took them out.
No, yeah, of course not. But, just in general.
I'll tell him that. Thank you.
You're welcome. Does your dad often threaten to kill people?
Not by himself. But he's not above getting other people to do his work.
Right. People like your dad here.
Yeah, I'd say so. He keeps us healthy and gives us what we need. The people here don't really ask questions, I'll say.
They don't ask questions. All right. Yeah, I tend to notice that. All right. Well, okay. All right, I'm going to the inn. Enjoy your fruit. Try not to die. You're looking a little bit peaky.
What a weird thing to say to a person.
Try not to die. Felix, you head to the left.
I was gonna buy a couple things.
Where from?
The fruit stand where there's fruit.
Oh yeah. Go ahead. Yeah, you head straight. You see Ironhammer talking to Addison next to the fruit cart.
I'm gonna buy a dozen apples, and then do they have any juice?
Yeah, I mean,
Do horses like juice?
are you trying to feed the horse juice?
No, the juice is for me.
The apples are for the horses.
Yeah, you You see glass jars filled with pretty thick, pulpy apple juice.
Oh yeah.
There's three bottles.
I'm gonna buy all 3.
Okay. There's just a young boy manning the stand. He says, "Oh, yes, sir. A dozen apples and 3 jars of our juice. That will be 15 gold total."
Holy fuck! What are these apples made of?
The apples aren't the expensive parts. It's the juice. We just recently learned how to do that.
You just squeeze an orange.
Just learn
How much is the juice?
We're just
at 5 years old.
they built a whole city. They didn't know how to make orange.
Just learned how to make juice.
The juice is 4 gold each.
4 gold each. Okay.
Just buy some oranges and then squeeze them yourself.
But it's apple juice, dickhead.
Oh, well, just squeeze the
apples.
How about, since I'm buying 3 of them, they're 2 gold each.
I can do that. Yeah, these ones are kind of thick and runny. You know what they say, sir? The juice is loose.
I just want to say that Addison, the gold that we got for saving her was less than one apple.
Then 1 jar of apple juice. Yes, it is a very new city.
That's 150 years old.
Yes.
I pay for the apple juice and the apples, and then I mosey over to the stable.
Okay, so that was 9 gold total. And you head over towards the stable, passing Iron Hammer and Top Knot on your way there. Before we head inside, is Scarlet doing anything? Just kind of waiting?
I'm heading over to Magnus's.
Okay, yep, you'll head over there. We'll go into the stable first.
Okay, inside the stable, do I see what do I see inside the stable?
Horses.
You see horses. There is a burly man tending to 3 different horses.
Are there any carts around?
Carts? You mean like a wagon or something?
Yeah,
or?
that you would hook a horse to.
You would assume there'd be one in the back, like behind the stable.
I'm gonna ask the burly man. 1, how much does it cost to rent one of your corrals? And 2, do you have a cart for these horses?
This is it depends on the horse you want to get. Our cheapest option is 5 gold.
No, I just want an empty corral.
Oh, yes, we have one in the back. You can rent that for 10 gold a day.
Okay, the corral might cost more than the horse. That's cool. Cool.
Yes, because there are different types of horses here.
Okay, and do you have any carts laying around that are usable?
Yeah, that comes with the corral.
Okay, and just out of curiosity, where do you go when you sleep?
Like him specifically?
I have a room here in the stable.
In the stable, like far away from the horses or close to the horses?
Connected to it. Can I make a quick out of character? I don't know what a corral is. I know what a cart is. I have no idea what a corral is.
I was just thinking Golden Corral.
No, like a place where horses live.
Stables.
A stable, or but the little rooms inside of a stable. A stall.
Oh.
A stall is another word.
I see what you mean. Okay.
Wait, you were
I'm gonna
asking how
sleep
much
in the
the
stable.
Oh.
I'm gonna sleep in the stable. That's what I'm getting at.
Okay. Yes. So you're renting you're renting a stall, which gives you the horse, but you don't want the horse. You just want to sleep there.
The horse? That makes things so much easier.
Well, it depends on which horse you want.
I just need a horse that's going to be able to pull four people.
They can all pull 4 people, but it depends on the speed you want to go.
Well, they're pretty small people.
Yeah.
I want a thick boy.
Don't get some
boy.
Hey, I may be small, but I'm stout.
You want tank. You want tank over here.
I want thick boy, quick boy.
Is it gonna be like a Shetland pony or something?
He's a Shetland shithouse. He's 20 gold a day.
20 gold a day?
Strongest
Okay.
pony you've ever seen.
He's a strong motherfucker.
And just out of curiosity, how do you get your horses back if, like, say, I rent them for a day and then don't bring them back? Hypothetically,
we just don't rent to those people that bring it up.
Well, I just a hypothetical. I'm curious about your business practices. Like, I would never steal your horse. I'm just like, I own a stable back home in Dinglefritz, quite some miles from here.
Well, what do you do?
I send bounty hunters.
Good idea. I'll keep that in mind. Is there anything else you'd like from the stable?
I'm gonna rent tank, but I'm also gonna like sleep in the stable. I'm gonna go to sleep now.
Okay.
You're not telling any of us. You just went to the stable, fell asleep next to one of the horses.
Yep.
At that 7 p.m.
I'm tired. I've had a mental day.
Yeah, but you were sleeping for like 200 years before then.
Yeah, but you know how like when you sleep longer than you should, you get tired.
Yeah, that's fair.
He's right. That's a good point.
Felix lays down in the hay and cuddles up to Tank and blissfully goes to sleep. Cut to Scarlet going up to Magnus to check out his special weapon. Oh yes, Scarlet. How you been?
Good. Yeah, my weapon.
Oh yes I do. I must say it's the best work I've ever done. It'll be 85 gold.
Well, I'd like to see it.
Oh yes, let me show you right now. Here she is. Just a black beauty.
Who could have possibly seen this coming?
So is it made out of metal?
Iron Hammer, you're walking past and you see the sword. Roll me a history check.
A history check?
What do you think? Since you work with the forge.
Yep, that's a giant black cock.
Am I trying to figure out if it's metal?
You're trying to figure out what kind it is.
What kind of metal it is? I'd say probably an investigation.
Give me an advantage.
I haven't rolled over a 10 in the past 2 sessions.
I'm glad someone else took over this shitty role.
I want to use these. I want to use these.
So anybody listening, he just rolled a 1 and then a 2. I need to talk to the Roll20 developers.
Holy shit.
Because this is some bullshit.
Hey, there we go. It doesn't matter. Not 2. Plus 2, I got a 4. My proficiencies. You have 4.
So you walk past Scarlet and you
It's a dildo.
see it and it's a dildo. No, you can tell it is made of.
Wait, I want to point one thing out that you said earlier, is that you said that Roll20's like little character things are terrible, but you can get a dildo, but you can't get a regular person, a regular woman. Things are adding up here.
Priority.
So here's something. It gets even worse than that. I can upload custom images to use as tokens. I didn't have one planned for Addison, so what I had to do for your special sword was test multiple images of black dildos until I found one that was transparent enough to not look weird on the map.
So you just have a bunch of pictures of black cocks on your computer.
Yes. Also, this is my work computer. So I have multiple images.
I hope your boss is
Good.
That's the funniest thing I've ever heard.
So Ironhammer, you walk past and you notice that the sword is made of cold iron, which is a metal that is forged at a low temperature. It takes many hours in order to preserve its natural properties. So you pay Magnus the 85 gold and he hands it over to you, and the first thing you notice is that it's almost frigid to the touch, which is surprising because the hilt is pretty big. You got 2 pretty big. You'd imagine they'd be smaller for the temperature.
Just a quick question. Does this cold steel flop, or is it, like, rigid?
Depends how excited he is to fight.
My question off of that, is this a two-handed weapon?
It's a one-handed. That's what he preferred.
What I wanted. What's
He likes to keep his other hand free. For other things.
For his special shield.
So the stats for it's a regular short sword, so a 1d6 piercing.
It's piercing. That's all.
Is
We were
that
wondering if it would
a-
be piercing or bludgeoning.
It's piercing because he wants a sword. It was originally bludgeoning. It also has a +2 cold damage.
I'm gonna add a dildo sword to my inventory here.
Not a dildo sword, a cold iron sword.
Cold iron dildo sword. Got it.
You can use it to penetrate the enemy.
I also have a question. How big, Magnus? How big is he?
Roll a d12.
You're You're 6'5", right?
Yeah.
He's probably about 6'2", but he's a little more broad than you are.
So you would say that he's pretty strong?
Pretty strong, yes. Yeah. Same as Ironhammer, forging for years just kind of gives him that natural muscle.
Yeah, I take the sword. I ask him then if we can go into the shop because I wanna look at some of his other wares.
Yeah, sure. If you've got the coin, I've got the wares.
Oh yeah, I got the coin. Don't you worry, buddy. So, is there anyone else in the shop now?
No, it's just you. He was just waiting to give you your sword. He's about to close up.
Yeah, and just from the previous game, the back room, it was, it's pretty dark and secluded back there.
Yes. Yeah, it's like a couple candles, but it's kind of like his, like, I guess you could call it like a blueprint room. Like, that's where he spends his time designing.
Oh, and I guess one other thing with the cold iron sword, so is it sharp or is it blunt?
It's deceivingly sharp.
Okay. So is he washing me this whole time pretty intently, or is he just kind of like cleaning up, getting ready to close up?
He just walked you into the shop. He's just putting stuff away for the day, his forging materials and everything, putting them in lock boxes, just sweeping up a bit. Is there anything you're looking for specifically?
I know the chest piece that you sold me before. I'm looking for like some greaves or something. Do you have anything of that sort?
Yeah. We have some that should actually fit you. I can cut these down. We don't have to make them custom.
Okay. Is there is his back ever turned to me?
Yeah, when he first walked you in, his back was turned to you, and then when he's just like sweeping up and stuff.
Okay. I am going to take some rope out of my bag, and when his back is turned to me, I am gonna go and try to choke him from behind.
Okay.
We're about to witness it's a murder.
I should have seen that coming.
I saw it coming as soon as he entered the shop.
Yeah. So I'm gonna want you to roll me first a sleight of hand.
Since this is a sneak attack, does he get advantage?
Yeah, we'll give you advantage. He's not really focusing on you at all. He's just letting you look around.
Alright. Well, 14.
Okay. You get it around him, but as he's sweeping with the broom, his elbow's kind of up a little bit, so it's not tight around his neck. So if you're gonna try to choke him out, you're gonna have to roll me a strength.
17.
Yeah, you're able to break his grip on the broom and force his arm back, and you have him tied up and pulling back on him. He's gasping.
Yeah, my main goal here that I'm trying to accomplish is to pretty much just render him unconscious. Not trying to kill him, just knock him out, choke him out for a little bit.
Okay, yeah, it's tight enough so he can't call out. He's just kind of breathless and kicking at the floor, but it's dirt, so it doesn't make that much of a sound. With your strength, even though he's almost as big as you were able to silently take him out, and he's now laying on the ground.
Now that he is out, I want to take him into the back room, tie him up, put like a piece of cloth or something in his mouth, and blindfold him with some cloth as well.
Yeah, you can find different pieces of delicate fabric in his back room and easily tie that around his face and eyes. You are now in the shop by yourself with Magnus in the back room.
I want to have him pretty much like laying on his back, and I want to take out the blue dropper, or the blue vial, and go and drop it on his forehead.
Oh, okay.
What the fuck?
He's gonna learn. He's gonna learn
Done
about this one way or another.
I feel like you could have done this time on without choking them out, just like asking.
What can I? Is it okay if I drop this mysterious liquid on your forehead?
Yeah.
Scarlet, you pull out the vial. You take a pretty big drop in the dropper, drop it on his forehead, and he transforms into a bear.
He transforms into a bear.
Yes. Still unconscious.
Of all the things that could have happened.
Yeah.
You knew it had to be a bear.
Yeah.
Did he break his leg?
After, is it a slow transformation, or is it just like
Instant poof.
instant, like boom? Like, is he like slowly, like his mouth kind of protrudes, or?
You drop it, it hits him on the forehead, and a patch of brown fur starts to grow out and basically starts at his head and transforms him from head to foot as he slowly tightens up on the rope but doesn't completely break it.
It's a tiny bear.
Yeah, not huge. Maybe like a little more than a cub. Still knocked out.
Still knocked out. I'm going to take out the cold iron sword then, and I'm going to decapitate Magnus.
You're gonna fucking kill Magnus?
I don't want him to wake back up and Try to come after me.
Realize he's a bear.
How do you take it away? How do you want to do it?
I take the sword and I just kind of take the tip of it and just like put it towards his mouth and just kind of look at his like pull his lips down, look at his teeth, and say, yeah, he's going to be dangerous. And kind of open up his mouth a little bit with the tip of the sword, and then I just take it up, and then I just come down, right across his neck and decapitate him.
Yeah, he's a bear. He's pretty big. It doesn't come off clean, but you just kind of pop him open like a Pez dispenser.
Is he going to transform back? Like, does this thing like have an expiration date, or can he literally leave the body? Can he leave the body there and like it's like, oh, there's just a dead bear in here?
We don't know.
It's whatever he wants to do. Only Magnus live there. One thing I want to point out that I love is Scarlet looks at the bear, says that's going to be dangerous, as if he didn't just cause that.
Yeah.
But yeah, you got a dead grizzly Magnus there.
Because I am worried about him transforming back, I'm going to carry him and I'm going to try and drag him and throw him into the forge and then to burn the body.
The forge is outside.
Oh, it's outside.
People are still in the town square. You can try, but
is the forge in the front, or is it like?
I'll ping it on the map. I pictured it like right there.
Oh
man.
Yeah, if you picture like Game of Thrones, it's kind of like next to everything else.
Yeah, but it's just a bear. So
why is this man burning a bear in the forest? You think that's not gonna?
Why is the bear tied up, gagged, and blindfolded?
Where's Magnus?
Where's Magnus?
He got eaten by the bear. I tried to bravely defend him.
I'm not going to try and take him to the forge then. Can I attempt to like cut some good quality meats out of it? Like take out his heart, take out his tongue, like, maybe get like a nice flank steak out of it.
This was a person.
If the body turns back, you're gonna be so mad.
Jesse, you have nothing to say. You just spread eagle the king just an hour ago.
Yeah, I'm not killing people. I'm just being awkward.
That's not awkward. You don't know what awkward is. Roll me give me a survival.
8.
Yeah, you can easily cut out the tongue. From what you can remember, you're trying to recall your survival days. You got a flank, you got kind of half a fillet. You cut out a little bit of the shoulder, like the butt, but you still got the fur attached. It's not the cleanest, but you got some meat off of him.
With that being said, after I kind of do that, put all that in my sack, I'm gonna try to pretty much hide Magnus as best as I can. Just throw him maybe in a closet, maybe in a chest. So I can fit him. I mean, it is a bear, but just pretty much hide him in some way.
Yeah, he kept a lot of his bigger foraging materials in a chest in the far corner of the main room. If you would like to roll me a strength to see if you can get a bear inside of it.
Well, it's not a whole bear anymore.
Yeah, now it's like 3/4 of a bear.
17.
Yes, because you just cut out the tongue.
You said fillets, and there were other...
flanks, maybe some rib meat, get some ribs.
You choose what you want. Butcher's choice. You pull the bear out of the side room through the curtain. You open up the wooden chest in the far corner and lift it up and throw him in. You're barely able to fit all 4 paws inside, but you close it.
Get it? Barely.
Can I lock the chest at all?
Yep. Yeah. There's a lock next to it, and you can close it in.
Okay, I'm gonna lock it. I'm gonna go outside then. In this little market right here, is there any place that sells like vegetables, potatoes, stuff like that?
He's gonna serve his companions the guy he just killed.
What is this, fucking Sweeney Todd?
Oh,
next to the fruit stand.
Can I make a point as well? Is that
yeah, what else would you like to do?
I was gonna say, it's up to you, but can I take my money back from him, like that 85 that I just paid him?
You take your 85, and you also take the extra 50 that he had. just from earlier sales that day.
Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna try and buy some vegetables and potatoes and stuff.
Yeah, you can grab a sack of potatoes. They have some cabbage and tomatoes from the garden that you passed when you first arrived. In total, we'll say it's 10 gold.
I'm gonna give the guy 12. Just look like some good stuff. I'm in a good mood.
To look like not a murderer.
Gotta get that karma back up.
He appreciates that, and he notices that you've got kind of blood all over your hands and chest and everything. He says, "Are you making what are you making here? Do you got a nice cut of meat that you're gonna serve this with?"
I do actually. I just went hunting.
Oh, nice. What'd you get?
A bear.
Thinking of like a stew or something, or?
I mean, I was gonna do, I was gonna talk to my friends because we did just accomplish this mission together. See if maybe they want to have like a stew. I was thinking, maybe doing like a, meat and potatoes, just straight like that. I wanted to cook something special for them.
I just want to say how angry I am that Felix is sleeping in the stable, and if any character deserves what's about to happen, it's him.
Felix doesn't eat meat.
Fair enough.
Felix
Yeah.
is a vegetarian.
That makes sense. Damn.
Oh, that sounds great. Did you take some of the bones? You can make a really nice stock for anyone that may not eat the meat. They can drink the stock.
That's still not vegetarian.
Yeah, but
Not
they won't know.
vegetarian.
I think I grabbed some bones.
Like meat.
Let me go back.
Did I grab some bones? Okay.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, I'll be right back. Walk into Magnus's house. Come back out.
All right. Yeah, you got your vegetables. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
Pretty much, I just want to go to the inn, talk to the guys, and say, I just got this stuff. I'm going to cook you a nice dinner.
Whoa, Scarlet!
What?
What's that you're holding? The big black thing.
This is the sword that you were supposed to pick up.
My mom used to have a sword just like that.
The three of you enter the inn. It's pretty small. It's dirty too. There's a single older woman, tan, leathery skin, wispy white hair. It doubles as like a tavern, so she's kind of just at the bar. Can I help you?
I'd like to rent a room, but I also need to take a bath. Do you have any baths or a sink, a large sink?
I mean, we have a sink for the bar.
A bucket?
But yeah, a bucket. If you want a full bath.
Sink. They didn't have sinks.
They have sinks before they have apple juice.
Before they can eat shit.
If you want a full bath, you should check with Bernard. He mans the stable.
One bucket, please.
She'll give you a bucket because she kind of feels a little bad for you.
With water.
She adds the water.
Do they have any soap or anything? Even if it's just dish soap, I'll take whatever I can get.
How do they have dish soap?
No, there's no soap.
Are there rendered animal fats?
I know a place you can find some.
Somebody might have some.
How do you clean your dishes?
Water
Oh, that's fine. I'll just do that.
and a rag.
Ooh, can I have a rag?
I clean myself with a rag on the stick.
Yeah, she'll give you a bucket with water and a rag. You can clean yourself up in the corner.
Is there anybody else in this tavern?
It's about 8 o'clock, so you got like the regulars. There's like 3 older gentlemen.
I go sit with the older gentleman.
I'm bathing in the corner.
First, I get a beer. I order a beer, an ale.
1 ale, yeah, that'll just be like 2 gold.
2 gold for an ale. This is an expensive fucking city. 5 gold for juice, 2 gold for ale.
Why is ale cheaper than juice?
This is highway robbery. I put it on my tab last.
What name should I use for the tab?
I go over and whisper to him and say Magnus.
Magnus, yeah, put it on Magnus's tab.
Oh, Magnus, yes. We all love Magnus here. I couldn't imagine what we'd do if we lost him.
If he got turned into a bear and slaughtered.
He's the cornerstone of this community, you know?
Is he a part of the neighborhood watch?
Yeah, he's a real salt of the earth kind of guy.
He was so happy that we brought him so much business that he offered.
Ty, that's an idea. Salt. Throw in some salt.
Yeah.
We'll probably borrow some
So
salt.
I'm gonna inquire with the innkeeper. Say, I have this meal that I would like to prepare for my friends. May I use your kitchen? I'm willing to pay for it.
Oh, well, yeah, if you're willing to pay, sure. Yeah, we got everything you need back there. We'll just say 5 gold, just to use it.
Obviously, I would like a room.
All these gold prices are like crazy.
I'll have a room too. I yell naked from the corner.
5 gold just to use.
You're fully naked, okay.
Well, my clothes were also pissed on, so I'm going to need to wash and dry those.
The 3 older men are kind of side-eyeing you the entire time. Yeah, they're a little confused.
I asked them their names. Putting you on the spot.
The one nearest you is Leonard.
Leonard.
The one in the middle is David, and the one on the right is Lionel.
Leonard, David, and Lionel. Lionel Richie. I sit down with them. All right, boys. Time for a drink. I just got into town.
Yes. Drinks. Rounds on David.
Don't worry about it. Magnus already bought the rounds.
Oh, yes. We love Magnus.
I order 4 more for the table.
Yay, Magnus. What brings you into town?
Hey, excellent question. Not much. I sort of don't really know what I'm doing these days. I just wander around.
Hey, Leonard, you know it's supposed to rain tomorrow? Yeah, uh-huh. These guys have Alzheimer's. They're not really listening.
All right, I order 4 more.
Ah, yes. Cheers for Magnus.
These are my kind of people.
Once I'm all clean,
I'm gonna drink until I remember as much as you.
Once I'm cleaned up, I want to join them over at the table.
I'm ready to get pissed.
Hold up. We gotta clarify. Naked or sopping wet with clothes?
Oh, naked, I guess. Because I washed myself and then I washed my clothes.
If you want a quick blow dry, I can use Searing Smite on you.
Can you do that to my clothes?
But it might kill you because you only have 1 HP.
Just do it to my clothes.
All right. I'm kind of drunk right now, so I'm not thinking very straight. I'll use Searing Smite on the on his clothes.
Okay. Just roll me a d20 just for effectiveness.
Burn clothes. I'm gonna roll a 1, Andrew. So get ready to not have any clothes.
Well, wait. Okay, so listen.
Too late. I already rolled.
Is it the higher better?
Probably. All right. We're still rolling the dice, taking a line. Whoa! That wasn't terrible.
Yeah, that's good enough.
Oh, I did just read the spell though. It says I have to hit a creature. Unless you want to close the creature. And
I'll just put the
if I do successfully hit the creature, it causes them to ignite.
I'll just put the clothes on, and then that way I'm a creature.
No.
You have 1 HP.
As I said in episode 1, I am DD. I am master of all rules. You put the sopping wet clothes on.
No, wait, I didn't want them on.
You put them on. You put them on.
I didn't put them on. You put them on.
Iron Hammer, feeling a little sorry for you, and getting a little sloshed, pulls out his warhammer and points it at you. Eyes kind of glazed over, but still has enough perception to cast Searing Smite on your clothes. You catch fire on your left hip.
I'm patting away at it.
You do technically need to make a Constitution saving throw, according to the rules.
I rolled a 19, and my Constitution is 0, plus 0.
So what does that have
19.
to beat? That has to beat my spell save DC, right?
Yeah.
Do I add anything to that?
No, what number is it?
It's 13.
Yeah, so that sounds right.
Yeah, no, he's fine. Yeah, you have a little hole in your upper left thigh. It burned a little bit on your hip, but you don't take any damage.
That's good.
That was awesome.
You two are cheering. The 3 older men jump from their stools.
Oh shit, magic.
And back into the corner, and Edna, the barmaid, is holding a knife.
I order 4 more beers.
What the hell was that?
If you pray real hard, sometimes things like this can happen.
I was being stupid. I lit one of my torches and I was trying to warm my clothes up and it set it on fire.
Roll me a deception.
I rolled a 2, and my deception is -1.
That was no torch. You're not holding anything. Magic has been banned here. You know this. You cannot be doing that around here. You need to leave the town.
You know this. We're but travelers. We just got here today.
Am I done cooking yet?
Yeah.
He comes out in an apron. Dinner.
Yeah.
In the
Can I
middle
come
of
out
all of this.
with all my plates? Say, can I come out with like all of my plates for my friends?
No one is even
Yeah.
questioning where Felix is at this point. Like,
I didn't even get the chance. I bathed and then I got set on fire.
I've been getting too drunk to care.
Yeah, Scarlett, you walk out holding the plates of your food. You've got perfectly cooked ribs, fillets, flanks. You see 3 older men pissing themselves in the corner. Edna, the barmaid, holding a knife, and Iron Hammer and Top Knot standing next to each other.
I'm gonna walk over and place the plates down and walk over to Edna and be like, what's the issue here?
I'm going to ignore Edna and start eating.
This one here, stuffing his face, just use magic. That's not allowed here.
What proof do you have that he casted magic?
The little one just set on fire.
Burst into flames.
No, I didn't.
I don't see any fire.
Well, he patted out.
I'm gonna turn to the guys that I know have
You didn't see anything.
Alzheimer's. I'm gonna ask them if they saw anything.
They stand up and they kind of look around. They're see what?
See?
Alright, come on, lads, have some more beer.
Oh, beer, Magnus. They'll sit back down at the bar.
Yeah, so I say to Edna, see, you have no proof.
But we have been working very closely with the king. I'm sure you could tell him if you'd want. He'll be very happy to hear that his favorite ASS people are
Falsely accused.
Are falsely accused.
Are you threatening me?
Scarlet. Are we threatening?
I love that Felix has nothing to do with this bullshittery.
So I'm just gonna kind of like go over and kind of go like this next to Edna and be like, we're not threatening you, and then just kind of give her like a little seductive wink, and
Show her your sword.
how old is Edna? What's she look like? What's her sign?
65, tanned, leathery skin, wispy white hair, Sagittarius.
Damn, he had that all written out.
Yeah, I'm gonna start licking my lips and then give her a little smoochy face.
She's gonna put the knife down. I'm tired. I can't deal with this right now. You stuffing your face. Don't do that again. There will not be a second warning.
Do what again?
You shut the hell up.
I am going to dig into my food. I'm very hungry.
So as I start eating, I'm gonna look over to Top Knot and say, Top Knot, can you take this broth over to Felix? I believe he is in the stables. And then I'm gonna look back to Edna and be like, so you're tired? Do you want any company?
Can I roll a d20 to see how delicious the food is?
Yeah, go ahead.
I mean, you've already eaten it, so how delicious is it?
Yeah, but I'm drunk. Everything's delicious when you're drunk. Ooh, it's a 9. It's average.
No, roll advantage. You're drunk. Advantage.
Oh, true. Okay.
You can't lose when you're drunk.
9 still. 2.5 stars.
It's kind of like when you reheat Chinese food. It's good for a couple bites, and then you realize that it's like...
It's rubbery. And
Yeah. There's something wrong with this meat.
I look at Scarlet and I say, it was a good effort. And then I continue shoving it in my face.
After I finish my meal, I'm gonna try to track down Felix.
Okay. Edna says, look, I'll give you all a room each for 7 gold. You, pointing at Scarlet, can follow me later on if you'd like.
Ooh, damn. It worked.
Top Knot, you exit the inn, head south towards the stable. It's now nighttime, so there's nobody manning it.
There's no one manning the stable?
Yeah, the owner, Sven, he's packed away for the night in his room.
I'm gonna walk inside and just, into the stable and just...
Felix? Hello? Felix?
Felix, who is very asleep, is just snoring in the stall next to Tank.
I kind of don't want to wake him up. I don't like Felix, in general. So I'm just gonna set the food down next to him, and then I'm gonna leave. And if the horse eats it, then so what?
Yeah, and you see Felix, he's kind of curled up to Tank, kind of petting its mane as he's sleeping.
And then I'm gonna leave.
Okay, you'll head back to the inn then. Felix, you have no idea. So, if anybody else like to do anything, or just head to bed.
Oh, I'm
What
ready
am I
for a
doing
long
right
rest.
now?
I have 1 HP.
You're gonna show your special sword.
I don't know.
What? I don't know, Scarlett. What are you doing with Edna?
Edna has her own room in the inn.
All right, so I think this is how this should go. I think that Derek, as the DM, you should be role playing Edna, and I think Ty, your character, and we should see where
I really hope that, because every interaction that Scarlett
Derek,
has,
take your shirt off.
A fucking murder. What is on your chest?
2 nipples.
No, above the nipples.
Hair.
No, the tattoo. Is that a car?
That's a car.
What kind of car
That's an
did you
actual
get
tattoo.
tattooed?
It's a Ferrari Testarossa.
Why?
You can't even pronounce it, and you have it tattooed.
You know the ones you stick on and you put water on? That's that. That's that one.
A temporary tattoo.
But it's temporary. It's not,
Oh, is that what it
not
is?
Real?
It's a yeah, because I knew this was gonna happen. I knew I'd take my shirt off this game, so I put a temporary tattoo on. You fucking idiot! No, it's a real damn tattoo. What are you talking about?
But why?
This isn't even a game anymore.
No, but why?
It's based off a Frank Ocean song called White Ferrari.
Okay.
Is that like that song by Macklemore? White Walls. Sorry.
So Edna and Scarlett are now having sex. We won't go into detail.
Can I say the one thing is that when we get in there, I kind of take out my sword and I set it down and say, "This isn't the only thing long and hard," and then you can go wherever you want.
But if we remember from our first session, it's canon that Scarlett has a small penis.
Sure.
It is canon.
I want a 1d6 roll to find out how big this thing is.
1d4 because it's canonically small.
Maybe like D12 with disadvantage.
Cool. Okay. Yeah. 5. So we're not going to roleplay this.
Good.
If you could just roll me a
D20 for satisfaction.
performance.
Oh, jeez.
It sounds like someone slapping a plastic bag full of mayonnaise.
I get a -1 on performance, so
You just have
3.
anxiety.
For you?
3.
Nobody enjoys what just happened.
Oh man, yeah, it wasn't the best. You put on more of a show than you actually gave her. I was gonna give you a point of inspiration, but unfortunately, she was not that inspired.
It's like that scene from American Psycho where he's having sex with a prostitute, but he's actually just like flexing and looking at himself in the mirror the whole time.
That's fine.
Well, I was thinking like that. Never mind.
No, go ahead.
I was thinking of that scene. You guys ever see this really crappy movie called Savages?
No.
Where there's this quote from this movie where this guy is like super war torn and stuff. He's seen a lot of shit, and he doesn't have orgasms. He has wargasms.
That's kind of what
And I
Scarlet
just-
is.
That movie's so good.
I hate that movie. Everything about that movie is trash, and you're trash for liking it.
We'll consider this a long rest. So, Top Knot, you can go back up to 8 hit points.
Oh, thank God! I'm all the way back up to 8 hit points.
So, here's a question. We can is there anything you guys want to do in town before heading out?
I wanted to go back to
I
the
don't want to go to Magnus's, so... Actually, I do want to go to Magnus's. I want to go back and check the chest, but I want to kind of do it secretly.
To be fair, I was also planning on going back to Magnus's anyway, so I'm going to join you.
I just wanted to hook up the horse and the carriage and be parked in front of the inn before everyone woke up. Was my plan.
So, Felix wakes up first at about 5 in the morning, hooks up Tank. Who eats the food that Scarlet made?
It just wasn't there when I woke up. I had no idea that anything had been placed there.
I ate it.
I think the stable owner ate it.
Or the horse.
I didn't eat it.
It'll be a mystery. This will be a side game we'll do in the future. Who ate
Who ate Felix?
who ate the bear meat?
Who ate this? Like a game of... Who ate... Jesus Christ. Is this a game of Clue?
Yeah, so Felix, you'll pull up Tank next to the inn as the 3 of you walk out.
You boys ready for an adventure?
Where did you get a horse? Is it a horse or a pony?
It's a big fucking horse.
It's a big fucking horse, yeah.
I'm going to
Big
walk
horse,
up and
big
just kind of nuzzle the horse and just pat it. Like a good horsey.
I envision the scene where Gandalf picks up Frodo and they're sitting on the cart and Gandalf's smoking a pipe.
Does any of us know how to drive a horse?
I have a +3 in
Animal handling.
I'm a druid.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll say Felix is the driver. Scarlet, you pet Tank, but he kind of backs up after you pet him. He doesn't fully trust you.
He smells the death on your skin.
Animals can sense evil, people.
I don't fully trust Tank either. Dwarves were made to be on the ground.
I'd like to go back to the library.
Top Knot, you head back to the library. It's empty inside. It's only like 6 in the morning. Nobody's really there yet.
Before we leave the inn, I was gonna ask to buy some like yeast from them and some hops.
Oh, I already
brew-
have brewer supplies.
Oh yeah, me too.
Yeah, you can get a brewing kit or like the ingredients, I guess, for 5 gold.
Cool. I'm gonna buy ingredients for some beer from whatever her name was, Grenda.
Grenda.
Can't remember. Okay, 5 gold.
Top Knot, we are in the library. You are there alone, searching high and wide for...
I want to look for books about the dwarven god Moradin, about what he believes, if he's like a chaotic god, is he lawful, what do his followers, acolytes, believe, that kind of stuff.
He's lawful good, if I'm remembering correctly. He's like sort of the main god of the dwarves because they think he created them. And basically, he just wants dwarves to like be constantly improving themselves. And he fucking hates orcs. And he's considered like I might be making this up, but I feel like I read this. He's like considered sort of like a harsh but fair sort of guy. So like if you fuck up, he's gonna be pretty harsh, but he'll treat you fairly generally.
Okay.
And he's down with the forge.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. So I read up on Ironhammer's god because I'm kind of interested in learning like what Ironhammer's motivations are.
Yeah, and you find the book by noticing the symbol on the front cover is the same symbol that Ironhammer tried to forge on his shield.
Okay, yeah, I think that's it then.
Okay.
And then I'm just going to leave and head to the cart.
Yep, meantime, Ironhammer and Scarlet go back over to Magnus's.
Knock, knock. Hello, Magnus. Are you home?
No response.
And...
must not be home.
I wanted to buy some iron bars. Can I see like iron bars just sitting in his shop?
Yeah, he didn't get to completely clean up last night. You figure he might have had an early night's rest.
I'm gonna take a few.
But you can see them.
How many?
We're talking bars? 2.
2. I'm gonna take. Can I take both of them?
Yeah, I mean, if you want that on your character, you can steal.
Well, I'm gonna take the iron bars. I'm gonna leave like 10 gold on the counter.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
So, quick question: when Scarlet dragged the body to the chest,
there's blood everywhere. Do I see that?
It's a dirt floor, so I mean, if it was cooling, it would have dried.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point.
Yeah, I did say it was dirt floor, so I mean, you can see a little splotches, but nothing that really piques your interest.
And I wouldn't be looking for it anyway, so I wouldn't notice.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna take those 2 iron ingots and leave 10 gold on the counter for him.
Yep. Yeah, you could just walk in, grab those, and leave. Scarlet, are you watching him do this?
Yeah, I'm watching. I'm just I'm just looking around, waiting for him to leave.
He grabs his iron and heads back out towards Tank and Felix and Top Knot.
I'm gonna go and just kind of lock the door behind after he gets a little bit away, and then I'm gonna go over to the chest and take a look to see what's inside.
How do you want to open the chest?
I'm gonna unlock it and then just...
How do you want to unlock it? You locked it, but you don't have a key or anything.
Can I look to see if there's any keys around that I could find?
Yeah, roll an investigation.
21.
Yeah, there are a couple different sized silver keys in the front table where he would do his transactions.
Can I take those keys and then try one by one to see which one fits, if any of them?
Yeah. Let's have you roll me a, let's say, sleight of hand.
7.
Also roll me a perception.
1.
You don't notice anything. You try the first key and it just kind of jiggles a bit, but no luck. If you want to try a different key, you have to roll another.
16 and 14.
Yeah, so you try the second key. Right before you turn it, you notice a very strong smell. You click and open the lock.
I'm gonna open up the chest then.
You lift the chest and there is an ungodly horror inside.
Is it human or bear or a mix of the two?
It's a mix of the two.
Christ.
It's just a mess in there. He defecated after he passed. It's just one thing I'll point out, you don't know if he's changing back, if that's the time limit of the potion, or if it's only because he's dead.
Gotcha. I'm gonna shut the chest then, relock it, Are there any candles around?
Yeah, there's candles everywhere.
Can I light some candles, make it smell a little bit nicer in there? And then before I leave, I'm gonna take Ian's gold that he set on the counter.
Oh my god.
There were no scented candles in the middle.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's no scent. It's just light. It just stinks of ass in here, and you pocket the 10 gold and leave.
You piece of shit.
Accidentally knock one of the candles over.
I mean, eventually it'll burn down, right?
Oh, also, I wanted to do one more thing before we left. Is there like a church or a temple in the town?
There is now, yes. There is a church right next to Magnus's medals.
And next to the, dildo.
Next to the dildo.
Oh shit, the dildo's still there. Fuck. I gotta get rid of the dildo.
Anyway, I want to go to the church and get some holy water and a small parchment with holy text written on it.
You walk in, it's clean, small like the library, and there is just an older man studying a text.
Old man, I require your services.
Yeah, yes. How may I help you?
I just need just a flask of holy water and a little itty bitty parchment with some holy words written on it.
Oh, yes. You can take a page from this book I'm reading here now.
Cool, I just rip it straight out.
Okay. Yep, you grab parchment. Holy water is just in the back.
Okay, I go to the back and he's just gonna give it to me.
Yeah, because he sees the symbol on your shield.
Oh, do they also follow Moradin?
Is that the symbol with the mohawk?
Yes.
Well, I mean, it's not supposed to be a mohawk, but
It's not. Yeah, they don't follow Moradin, but he can tell that you're a
man of the
your
faith.
god.
Similar man.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
Cool. Okay, so I'll take parchment, take the holy water. I'm good to go. I say thanks, and I wink at him and flip him a gold coin.
He doesn't touch the gold. It's not allowed.
I flip it directly into the donation box. Like, when Fonz punches the box and the song starts? Like that cool.
Give me an acrobatics.
Acrobatics is probably going to be +0. Yeah, just a 10 then.
You flick the coin and it hits him in the left eye, and he starts cursing at you.
What, with a 10? That can't be that bad.
And you run out of the church.
I flip another coin on my way out. I go, okay, sorry.
All right, let's wrap this up. We are going to...
Well, yeah, which way do we want to head first? Illuminique Oasis or the forest?
I don't know, but I've got a first thing.
Do we know which is closest?
Well, northwest was the way that Larry Bird told us.
I don't know what.
Do you know the way?
You have to head out the north gate to leave. Oh my god. West was the Oasis, Illuminique far north, Hanami Forest northeast. You don't know which one's closest, but like Clifford said, you will know which one you hit when you get there.
Let's check out Illuminique. That sounds interesting. Plus, the Oasis, they said that was like a deserty kind of area, right? Which might be harder with the cart, and as the forest might be difficult getting us through the trees on the cart. So,
Well, I imagine there's a road.
I don't think we should imagine. I don't think we should assume anything. We
We have no idea where we are. We don't know anything about this place.
Why are you such a fucking Debbie Downer?
Anyway, my vote is Illuminique.
With our group arguing, now horse in tow, we get to the crossroad where they can head north, west, and there's also a guard tower to their east. As you get to the crossroad, up ahead you see a group of robed figures pushing a large cart full of blankets. Can I have whoever is in front roll a perception?
It would be me because
it'd be the driver. Yeah.
You can see that underneath the blankets are stashes of filled vials and bundles of vegetation, something that might interest you and Scarlet.
I mean, I like vegetation.
Would anybody be sitting next to Felix up front or whoever's next closest?
It'd be Scarlet, most likely. I'm sitting in the back.
Yeah, I'm just going to chill in the cart, yeah.
Scarlet, roll me another perception.
15.
You hear to the east, towards the guard tower, the cries of a large man. You can tell that it's Toad. What do you do?